request. Someone I want to see. Sherlock Holmes. You and I are bound together on a journey that will twist the very fabric of nature. Allow me to enlighten you. Tomorrow, the world as you know it will end.
Well, there isn't any time to waste then, is there?
In recent years, there have been 2 adaptations of Sherlock Holmes. Despite a very strong performance by Robert Downey Jr., the 2009 version kind of failed. I mean, the plot and the story was hard to follow and disjointed compared to the Sherlock television series, which aired the following year, played by the British actor none other than Benedict Cumberbatch. And today, we'll be mainly discussing the contemporary possibilities in the 2009 film. First off, we need to outline who was the best incarnation of Sherlock Holmes, and instead of telling you, I am going to play 2 clips side by side where Sherlock investigates a crime scene.
It'll suck the iron right out of the ink, as long as it's not too burnt. Peculiar. Hydrated rhododendron.
When creating a good detective story, the reveal of information is of utmost importance since you want your audience to feel like they are a part of the investigation. In the first clip, we really don't have much insight to Sherlock's mind, therefore the evidence displayed is all but a mystery. For example, when he looks at the honeycomb, he says,
Peculiar.
It was only at the end of the movie when Sherlock reveals that the honey was used to make some sort of adhesive.
Others required more elaborate preparations, like the sandstone slab that covered your tomb. You had it broken before your burial, then put back together using a mild adhesive. An ancient Egyptian recipe, I believe. A mixture of egg and honey, designed to be washed away by the rain.
The second clip displays text on the screen to show Sherlock's thoughts, and so us, the viewer, can also be a part of the investigation. During the film, we see horse carriages and people still sword fighting with the expectation of early model revolvers. This goes to show that this era is not technologically advanced, unlike the BBC adaptation, which is a version of Sherlock in the modern era using gloves so he does not leave fingerprints at the crime scene, because this era is genuinely run by computers and science. As mentioned before, the film version of Sherlock Holmes takes place in the late 18th century, and so it could have been difficult to create a movie with that setting, since the technology being introduced in the movie is long overthrown by more obsolete devices over the century. Therefore, the viewers won't be as invested in the film than if it were to take place, for example, in space, because us as an audience are drawn to the idea of things we are not familiar with. I would imagine the director had already thought about this problem, and that is why this Sherlock Holmes is portrayed more of an action hero. BBC's version, on the other hand, already had that part covered with the modern era setting and letting the audience relate and get involved with the investigation. I hope you guys have enjoyed my Sherlock Holmes multimodal video, and be sure to look out for new content in the future. Thank you.